For the 11th consecutive year, USD students in free enterprise will be competing at nationals. SIFE qualified this year by giving a presentation on its projects, including Coyote. The event supplies up to half of all the food in the Vermilion Food Pantry that it receives.
Making it to nationals is absolutely amazing. Not only do you get to show other teams and schools and CEOs what we're doing in our communities, in our state, in our region, but we get to see what other SIFE teams do.
SIFE has also been working with Tom's Shoes and charitable organizations to collect and distribute 7,000 pairs of shoes to South Dakota Indian reservations. The SIFE national competition will be held in Kansas City on May 22nd.
If you're a fashion guru or just have an interest in clothes, you might want to be at the Alves Auditorium Friday night. The women of Kappa Alpha Theta sorority will be hosting a fashion show. Catwalk is a charity fashion show featuring Ava Morgan styles. All proceeds from the event will go to help court-appointed special advocates, or CASA. The night will include a runway show with models from the 4 USD sororities, a reduce, reuse, and recycle best outfit contest, a silent auction, and a presentation from a CASA representative. Catwalk begins Friday night at 7 in the Alves Auditorium. See What I'm Saying, the Deaf Entertainers documentary, made its South Dakota debut in Farber Hall yesterday. The American Sign Language Club was given the unique opportunity to screen the award-winning documentary that follows 4 celebrity entertainers in the deaf community. It's the first American film to be open captioned for the country's 30 million deaf and hard of hearing viewers. The film has screened in over 100 cities around the world. The ASL Club raised over $200 towards its mission to increase awareness of American Sign Language and deaf culture in South Dakota.
The Board of Regents recently increased the tuition rates at the state's universities. Coyote News' Cassie Bartlett is live at the Muck with Provost Chuck Staben to find out what the increase means for USD and for students.
Thanks, Jerry. USD students will see about a 7% increase starting this summer for tuition rates. Mr. Staben, why did the Board of Regents decide to do this increase?
I think they did this increase so that they could provide more resources so that the university can continue to provide excellent education to our students.
So what will this mean for USD students?
Well, for USD students, obviously, it's an increase in cost, and we're sorry that that's the case. We're very concerned that students have access to the university and that they graduate with as low a debt as possible. Many of our students do graduate with debt. We appreciate that. At the same time, we do need the financial resources to ensure the quality of education that we want our students to receive.
Are there any options for maybe more academic scholarships for students, or will they have to rely on federal funding and loans to cover the costs?
As you probably know, the state of South Dakota has an unusual situation where they have very limited state scholarship funding, and most of the scholarship funding our students receive is federal and institutional. The institutional scholarships come almost exclusively from donors, and that's an important source, but it's one that is limited.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Staben. Once again, USD students will be facing a 6.9 tuition increase next year. Other state institutions are facing it as well. For Coyote News Live, I'm Cassie Bartlett.
Thanks, Cassie. Technology advances have made life easier for college students, but not everyone's a fan of bringing cell phones and laptops into the classroom. Tech devices have made communicating with large classes easier, but some professors struggle with outside technology, saying it takes a toll on students' attention span. Assistant Professor Raymond O'Jenna says there's a strict no cell phone or computer policy in his classroom, and for him, it's made a big difference.
I have noticed better class grades. I've noticed students being more involved in what is actually happening in class. The difference has been very, very noticeable. And overall grades have actually improved in some of these classes from one semester to the next.
While students may feel they're successful multitaskers by searching the web, texting, and listening during class, Jenna's class grades have shown that students may not be as good at multitasking as they think.
Sports with Diana Johnson and Mandy Ewald is up next. Also, how the Division I transition affects student athletes and more sports.